morning, everyone.
Look at where we are.
We're in our house.
It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Should we share it?
Well, I think we should. I think we should. Okay, down. Are you gonna show him? Are you gonna show him the house?
Oh, with the food.
Are you making food in your kitchen? Yeah. Oh, I see your play kitchen right there.
And your blueberries.
Yeah. Are you making food?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, our house flooded, and we were sort of forced into doing a little remodel, and we went with it. We ended up doing the entire bottom floor of our house. Jessica ended up doing a lot of the design work on this. What? Are you taking credit for the design work?
The food.
Oh, the food? You're making the food?
You make good food.
Can you make me some blueberries? That's what I was thinking.
Okay, make some blueberries.
So Jessica actually ended up doing a lot of the design work, and it turned out so good. Like, I am so proud of Jessica for all the stuff that she did on the house, with all the decisions that she made. And she'd be like, what do you think of this and this? And I'd be like, that one. And she'd be like,
Like,
and then she'd show me, but then she'd show me side by side with like the other things. And then I'd be like, oh, you're a genius. That's why I didn't see it. You're a genius. I think it turned out so beautiful. Like, it turned out so beautiful. And
I really like it too. I really like it.
And since Jessica did so much of the design work and everything, I thought it'd be nice for her to show you around the house first, and then the rest of us will tell you what we love about the house too. It's so good. I love you so much. You did so well.
It is. It makes us all so happy.
It does. Like everybody in the family.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's good for us and our personalities. Different people have like different needs in homes, and I feel like one thing we really wanted was this like bright, like cheerful feeling, like bright space, and I think we really accomplished that while also having some like warmth in it as well. Like, it's not just stark. It might come off a little bit like that on camera, I don't even know, but I really like what we did to add like warm elements and to incorporate all of our family needs, and it's really, really great. I'm so excited. The space was complicated, so it's really cool that we were able to get what we got out of it. I feel like we really used everything we could. Yeah. With like what we have and what we need, like really merged together very well. So I'm very, very excited. And I will apologize really quick going into this if I'm a little hoarse or a little more out of breath. We are recovered from COVID, but I feel like we still have those kind of after effects of like a little bit of breathlessness. So yeah,
we're all still feeling it a little bit, even though we don't have COVID anymore. We still kind of feel it.
Yeah, but I'm so excited to share this with you guys, and we're just so happy, especially after a really hard 7 months for a lot of reasons. Yeah. It's just so nice to have something good to share with you guys. I feel like we've kind of burdened you a little bit with our own trials.
And this is just something that makes us happy.
So. Yeah, so yay! Okay, so I'm gonna show you our house. I'm gonna show it to you right now. This is the moment. I am so excited to share this with you. This is a mix of stuff that we did with insurance through this big flood that happened, and things that we added on to that. So things that we did on our own, out of our own pocket, and out of a little bit of credit card pockets, because we don't want to ever do this again. This was really hard, and we found that doing anything creates this snowball of work that you have to do, and it costs more money in the long run. And we thought it would be more responsible to do it all when our floors were all ripped out, and our cabinets were all ripped out, and our paint all needed to be done, and drywall was ripped out, than, you know, 2 years from now when we just did it for insurance and for flooding reasons. Without further ado, here's our beautiful home. Oh, first of all, these are our doors. So they're such a pretty color. I love them so much. We also have another set of doors that match. And then our staircase looks like this. This had nothing to do with the insurance. This was just an extra thing that we did. Before, it was like, I think a honey oak maybe is what it was called. They were kind of swirly. Our home was built in the 1990s, so there was a lot of like 90s look to it. And it's actually really neat because the way we did it was a little bit of a like cheat or something. I don't know what you'd call it, a hack, a tip. But these railings are all new, these like square railings. This part here, this like big buddy, I don't know what you call those, banisters maybe? And even this is actually covering up what used to be there. So it's a box that's built around it, so we didn't have to pull out the big, strong, like main railing, and that helped us to keep the cost down. The railings are actually the same railings as well. They're sanded and then stained to match the floors. So this is our new staircase, which I'm so excited about. And then, oh look, here are the doors I was telling you about. So those are the doors to our little office area, we call it. It's an extra bedroom space that we don't really use as a bedroom yet, but it's available, you know, it's there if anybody needs it. Okay, this probably won't excite anybody as much as it excites me, but we have this closet area here, and this part is like the same inside, like this was already here, but we were able to make matching doors for it. And these drawers were actually made. This was all like cabinet, and I like things that can come out to me. And look at that! It perfectly fits toilet paper. And then we're actually kind of low on paper towels, so you can't get the full effect, but down here, oh, perfectly fits paper towels. And it also perfectly fits the Ziploc bag, like the gallon Ziploc bag containers sideways. And the toilet paper area fits like Kleenex, or I think the Puffs rectangular Kleenex box, so you can see, look. So we measured that so it would specifically fit those things. So I'm very excited and proud of that. We also had work done on the under the stairs closet. We put in all these drawers, and that was originally just a very deep closet that was kind of impractical because like once you get to a certain point, you're just like burying stuff. So those drawers are nice big drawers, and they're kind of like our go drawers. We have a medicine drawer, and then we have an area with things like sunscreen and sunglasses and like little tissues and some extra face masks and flashlights, and just kind of like, I guess it's a junk drawer, but we don't have a junk drawer in our kitchen area like some people do, because our kitchen area is limited on drawer space. So that's where I put that, and I'm really grateful to have it. Basically, our whole lower floor now is built around how our family functions, and I'm so excited. I feel like we are able to take care of it so much better. We're able to use everything in it so much better, and I'm so happy for our family because we just love it here. Like, this is something we always dreamed of, and I didn't know it was fully possible in this space. I feel like it's turned out really, really well, and we're so happy. So out here's our like fireplace room. This is where the kids play with their play kitchen, and this couch is so cute. It actually has these brass accents and this blue that's really interesting. And remember all that because we are coming back to that combo. And this couch ties in really well with the kitchen. I'm excited about it. So yay. The fireplace is pretty much the same. The main thing that changed in this space was the flooring, and the flooring is the same throughout. Okay, and I actually have to tell you something really quick before I say anything else. I designed all of this myself, and that is not a specialty of mine. That is not something I've ever done before, or been any good at before. Like, it's not like people are like, oh, but she had such a great dorm room or something like when I was in college. No, I'm a mess. I've never identified as like good at any sort of design. So this is my first time, and I went into it just as a newbie, and also like I went into it self-aware. Like, I tried to get designers, and I had 2 quotes, and both of them were $35,000, which feels wild to even say. That was very much out of our budget, and I would never have been comfortable spending that amount. And no offense to designers out there or people who use designers, like, I think that that's wonderful if that works for you, but for me, I would be very uncomfortable spending that amount of money on that, even though I'm sure it has its value. It's just not something that I feel comfortable doing. So I was like, I'm going to learn to be a designer. So I did a bunch of like online classes and stuff, and I approached this very differently than any other time that I've like decorated something, because usually I just go to the store and I'm like, oh, that's cute, that probably works, that's cute, oh, I like that, why not get that? I'm sure it'll work because I like it. So the main thing that I feel like I did that was very successful, aside from like researching just constantly, but I made this mood board early on, and I tried to be very strict with myself to not make any decisions without consulting the board. And for me, this was necessary. I'm not saying it would be necessary for everybody, but for me, I needed to be very strict not to do something, not to make any like paint color decisions or anything else without going like, does this actually work with this picture and this idea that I want? Like, is this genuinely what I'm going for? And I needed to go back to the visuals like that every time. Other people might have much better visual memory than me, but I think that that's part of it, is that I don't really have a good visual memory. And then I also can be impulsive and be like, yeah, I love that, let's just do it. And even though I can rationalize from afar that it'll work, like it won't necessarily fit the thing that I want. This was my original mood board. It kind of looked like this. And I used this whole binder throughout the process, and it was really awesome and helpful. I kept all my receipts in there, any appliances that we wanted to buy, but I needed to like compare things to each other. I had images and things in there, so it was really helpful. So I knew going into all of this that I wanted a very bright space. I think some personalities really thrive from cozy, enclosed, warmer, dark tones. But for me, that makes me really uncomfortable, and it gives me an overall sense of like unease and grouchiness. And it's just kind of like, it just kind of makes me sad. And a lot of that was what we had before. So I don't think that there was anything wrong with what we had before. I just don't think it matches our personalities and like our emotional needs for a space. So my goals were to make something that was very bright and white and maybe a little bit more open, but then I also wanted to balance it with warmth, because I also feel like we're like a very loving and warm like family. That's another goal of ours. So in order to make sure we incorporated like that warmth and coziness, I went with a lot of like brass tones, and you're gonna see like golds and brasses and sort of like a mixed metal, as well as leather and wood tones coming out in a lot of the accent things and furniture. So I had a lot of like Pinterest images of kitchen designs that I love. I looked at what was in common with those designs and what kind of like what made it something that made me happy personally. I feel like this design is very popular right now, but it's also something that I think I'm drawn to no matter what. I really wanted it to be timeless, might not be, but at least something that would be timeless to me, like a place that I would always feel comfortable and happy in. And also I've been saying I a lot because like I did a lot of this work, but it was all in consultation with our family and our kids and my husband. Like, this is a family space. I feel like it's a very pretty space, but ultimately my goal was for it to be our home and a family space and a place where we were all comfortable and functioning. And the kids and Christopher were all very much part of this process. I think I was just the one that was like studying it and researching it and kind of like coming up with rules for how we were going to approach things. But then I really wanted it to be a place that we were all very happy in. So that being said, I don't consider myself a designer, and I designed all of this. And we did have a contractor who I loved working with. He listened to me very well and like thoroughly, and I think respected my wishes, but then would also gently point out like, hey, if we do this, this might not work this way, or this might be a problem. And I thought that was amazing. And if you're looking for a contractor, look for those qualities, because I definitely had people come in and give us quotes who didn't want to listen to me at all, kind of wanted to come in with their own ideas or their own designs, and really talked over me a lot. I don't know if I would have recognized that as much if we hadn't also gotten a quote from the person who we ultimately used and gotten to experience that conversation. So if you're looking for contractors, make sure you get multiple quotes, not just to, you know, look at the prices of things and compare that, but also to have conversations with them and to feel comfortable having a conversation with your contractor, especially that they listen to you entirely, and then their response after listening, I feel like was really an important relationship with us and the contractor. So he was fantastic. The work that was done is beautiful, and I'm gonna show it to you right now. So, okay, we are going into the kitchen. I'm so excited to share this with you. I love it, okay? I love it. So great, it's so wonderful. Can you see it? Okay, here you go. Oh my goodness, you're so beautiful, kitchen. very tight door space, and it's open now, and I didn't know if it was gonna make that much of a difference. I liked the idea of the light from our big window in here. Oh my goodness. So do you see that natural light? I wanted that to come in, and I was like, that'll be good. That'll kind of help, you know, get that natural light in. But oh my goodness, the difference it's made. Look at this. Look, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna show you my own kitchen right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. And that doorway, it just makes it goes all the way in here, and you're getting a total sneak peek of everything right now, but I just have to show you this because it's so cool. Okay, look at this. It's just like, oh, I can see everything. So we love this archway. It's so beautiful. It's just like, it changed everything. It made it so cool. Our kitchen itself is still a peninsula. So you'll note, we could not fit an island in here. I know a lot of people get islands these days. We measured it out a billion different ways. An island did not make sense in this space. So a lot of the footprint is the same as what it was. So you can see it's like, it's a similar footprint, but this comes out here. So it didn't used to do that. So now we have seating. And I have always wanted seating like that with our kids. Like, I'm just so excited to just be able to plop down and sit, and like somebody's cooking and doing dishes, or like when we're hosting things, to be able to have a nice buffet zone there and space for food. And it's just, it's so great. It's so nice. We have this awesome sink. That space used to have a divider, and I know there's a great debate around people who get that like large farmhouse sized sink and divider sink. This works really well for us. I love that I can put like a large pan or something big sized in the whole thing, and it's not like splashing around and overhanging and all that. I also love the grate that's in here. So this grate, I thought that was like the silliest, grossest thing, and I made a video about it, and it's fantastic. There were people in the comments that said like, yeah, they agreed with me that it looked like kind of gross and like not helpful. And then there were a bunch of people who were like, listen, this is why it's wonderful. And you guys are right, it's wonderful. I love that I can put down my kitchen brush. Like, I can just kind of go like that. And this guy just isn't like in the sink, it's on a grate. I love that I can kind of put things down like that. I don't even know how to describe this because it kind of sounds silly even as I'm saying it. Like, I don't know why it feels different, but you're not putting it in the sink. You're putting it above the gunk, and it just makes a difference. It's wonderful. It makes it easier to sort out dishes as you're washing them. It has protected this like glazed cast iron that we have. I am very grateful I have a white sink. That was also a big debate. Some people love their stainless steel, or even like new colored sinks that people are getting, like black sinks. But I've had the stainless steel and I know that I don't like it. And after seeing a bunch of people talk about this particular sink, maybe this won't be like the best of the white apron sinks, but for function and for what I have, like this is definitely the style and what I wanted. And so far I do love it, and I am grateful that I got the grate that fits it. It's the one that like the brand sells, so it really fits well. And I just really love it. I think the thing that made me decide to get it was knowing that I have the cast iron sink and thinking about all of the glasses and plates and things like that that I would drop in the sink and that would break. And now having used it, that's not even like the top thing I'm grateful for it for, but I am very glad. Like, I don't want to use this without the grate. I love the grate so much. This faucet thing, to me this isn't like the prettiest faucet. I didn't get this one like solely for the fashion, but I really like how it has a really good spray. It gets the dishes clean very quickly, and it fills up my tea pretty fast. So we have beautiful quartz counters. I'm gonna be saying the names of these things because when I was looking for all of this, it was very hard to find the names of the things. So I'm sorry if you're not that interested, but for the few people who are trying to redo their kitchens right now and desperately wanna know the name of the quartz, this is for you. So this is Vadara Quartz, that's the brand, and it is Solano Bella style or finish or whatever you call it. It has like a very subtle veining to it, and it's light. It's not a pure white, it's almost like a gray with gray veins, but like some warmth to it too. I love it. I think it came out amazing. We needed to replace our backsplash, and I actually did the backsplash on quartz as well that matches, and it turned out so cool. It looks incredible. The people who put it all together, like, they're geniuses because they made it so that the line, like the veining all goes together. It's so cool. I'll show you right now. Okay, so you can see that's our quartz countertop, and then if you come out and see the backsplash, here, I'll back up. You can see the whole thing. See how it all comes together? especially like this veining. If you look really carefully right here, there is a line, like there's a line here where it was separate slabs. So seeing right here too, you can, it's like just ever so like not aligned, but from here, it just looks incredible. It looks so good. I love this. So very cool. We're loving the quartz choice. The cabinet paint color is Benjamin Moore Chantilly lace, which is a very white, but it has like a little bit of a warmth to it, but it's like almost as much as you can go before you're like pure white. That's most of it. You see, we've got a pot filler now. What? And we do use it. We've used it a ton. Like I would say multiple times a day, not just for filling pots, which we do all day long, but also it comes out really fast and it's attached to our hot water lines. I can fill up my tea kettle super fast and it's already like kind of hot and the whole process goes faster. Fast tea for me. But Jessica, where is your refrigerator? Don't you want food in your kitchen? Why, yes I do. This whole thing is like a panel refrigerator. I didn't really know how this worked before, but you get a refrigerator that has a door, but it doesn't really have like a front. Like it doesn't look like it nice or polished, I guess. Our cabinet maker made the doors and the drawer fronts to match, and our refrigerator now looks like our cabinets. Like a friend came over the other day and they were like, oh, there's your pantry. And I was like, gotcha. This microwave is actually kind of smallish. It looks big, but inside, like, I wanted to get a built-in microwave that took up the least footprint, and this was the one that could do it. So microwave, I'm not that into microwaves. We do use them, like I'm not against them. It's just like, I'm not like dependent on them and doing a lot of cooking in them. I feel like it's important in a kitchen, but not necessary, not something I wanted to like dedicate a lot of money and like size space in the kitchen to. So it's up there. It's worked so far pretty well. Up here we have space for the like long things. I love that because it's hard to store those things and they take up a lot of space and they're like not fun to sort through, but all of that is resolved and they're up high, but not so high that I can't reach them myself, which is really important to me because I'm 5'5" and it kind of stinks to have to rely on a stool or my 6'2" husband to get things on the top shelf all the time. So anyway, it's really nice that I can reach this and most of the kids can reach it. I can't say the same for all of our kitchen cabinets, but this is what they look like inside right now, which is very cool. We've got cups and keep some bowls, and I keep a couple favorite tea and coffee mugs right here, but you can see they were already in use today. I didn't need a lot of space for this plates shelf, which was really nice because then we got more shelves. Our contractor does everything custom. It was a really cool experience. And I will say, he wasn't the most expensive person that we got priced out. He was right in the middle. So there was somebody that got everything not custom, and then there was two people that did custom things, and this one was my favorite to communicate with. And then also he did custom work. So that's why all of this stuff is sort of built to our needs. And I didn't know how valuable that was at the time, but now I know that that made like a world of difference for us. And that was very huge to have everything custom designed, and really, really cool because we have so much more usable space for our needs. So that's why I have like so many shelves, because I was like, this is exactly what I need that for. And that's how many shelves we built. And here we have like extra mugs. This is reusable glasses that I use to make like iced tea that I store in the refrigerator, and like waffle makers and just some extra stuff. In here we have stuff for using the stove and cleaning stuff like dishwasher pods that I don't want accessible to small children. And then this is really nice. The kids are really loving baking right now, so Bailey made these. They were unicorn cupcakes. I love that this fits right in here, and I use it all of the time to protect all the cookies and things that they bake from, I don't know, flies and just outdoorsiness. A lot of the things that they're baking go really nicely on this little dish, and I can bring it out and be like, okay, have some cookies today, guys. And that's just been kind of fun. Oh, I love this zone. Look in here. We have like our mixing bowls and all our bigger pots and pans. This is trash and recycle. See how it goes all the way up like that? A lot of people choose to make that a half function where there's trash and then a drawer above, which is really helpful if you need more drawers or for storing things like Ziploc or aluminum foil, things like that. But with our family being as large as it is, we really needed more trash and recycle space. So I went with this full drawer here. But it's also really nice because it's right by the sink. We also have a little food scraps bin. It's under the sink right now. Actually, honestly, just to be cute for you guys. We usually keep it on the counter, but I was like,
for the video, I'm gonna put it under the sink.
I didn't do that with much stuff, but I did do it with that because it's like food scraps and kind of gross. But now you know all my secrets, okay? I hid it, I'm sorry. So we have like pots and pans. And then in here, I have these organizers for our utensils. And oh my gosh, I didn't even talk about this, but what? It's got a griddle. More organizers of little tools. And in here I have things for baking and prep bowls and stuff like that. And then in here we have cutting boards, and we use these things actually kind of a lot. And then this is a silicone mat back here. The one thing about quartz, especially light quartz, is you want to really protect it from heat. So I have these silicone mats that we pull out, and we can use it not even for putting like hot things down, but that was why I originally got it. I was thinking, oh, if the kids are cooking, I just want the whole counter covered. So there aren't any little like, oh yeah, I forgot moments, but it's just like done. But they're really cool for a lot of cooking. So I've liked having this, like, it's like a very long silicone mat. And then in here, this is our food storage, lids divider. I would say Tupperware, but it's not. I think it's Pyrex, and it's mostly glass. This one is our kids storage drawer. So we have lids for things like sippy cups and bottles, and then little kid cups and little bowls and plates. And this is for making baby food. I really wanted that to be accessible to our smallest of children. So that's why it was really important to me that it went into a drawer. Someday we won't have as many kids that need unbreakable dishware, and we'll have a whole drawer available, I guess. In here, we have our utensils, basic utensils, baby utensils, things like binkies, and this is for little baby food pouches and nipples for bottles. And then I actually also keep bibs rolled up on this side, and we have reusable boba straws in abundance, and these little chip clips. Oh, and this cupboard is so cool. So this is right next to the refrigerator, but it's also accessible to all the cooking spaces and the stove. So we're like, here, let me show you. I'm like, cooking. Oh, I'll grab stuff from here. In here we have oils for cooking, daily medications, because I wanted to keep those very accessible. We have a lot of people in our household where if you don't see the things, they don't exist in our brains. So in dealing with that object permanence, we need to figure out ways to keep things like organized and clean looking, but also very available and something that will probably be seen when doing other things. So especially medications that need to be taken, they kind of need to be visible, but we don't want little hands to be able to reach them, and we also don't want to forget them. So they're right here in this cupboard, which is really helpful. And then, are you ready? Are you ready for the best pull-out drawer you're ever gonna see in your whole life? Like the best thing. And I love it so much, and it takes up so little space, but it's brilliant, and it solves so many problems. Are you ready? Are you ready? What just happened? Look at that. Like, there is no better way of storing spices ever in existence. But this is so satisfying, very functional, so good. It's so good. This is the best. If you are struggling with how to store spices and you have a drawer, I highly recommend this method. Everything is labeled. It's actually in alphabetical order. It's very like matchy and pretty. We have these little platforms. I'm gonna say this off the top of my head, so it's not going to be exact. I feel like the platform thing was $23 on Amazon, and the labels I think are around $7.99. And you can buy them on Amazon, they're already ready. Such a game changer to have it like this. It's so nice. Under here also is a drawer, like is a pull-out drawer that I really love. And this drawer doesn't look as satisfying, but I love it. Like seriously, this solves so many headaches that I used to have. And I get, it doesn't look as pretty. I could probably make it prettier. This is where we store all of our like longer parchment paper or aluminum foil tubes. This is also where we keep all of our Ziploc bags. It's where I keep extra labels for things because like I was trying so hard to have a place for all the like little cluttery things that I use. Labels are little cluttery things that I didn't even know were cluttering up my life until I made this, and I was like, oh, I need a spot for these, and then I have more that I need a spot for, and more and more and more. So it's been very good to have this space for them. And this is also where we keep oven mitts. If you're doing a kitchen remodel, don't forget to have a space for your oven mitts. Like, it really matters to have a space for them. Even if it's like something you hang them on, fine, but in our old kitchen, we were always like hanging oven mitts everywhere, and there were like so many oven mitts, and then they'd fall on the ground and doors would like hit them. I don't know. It was a problem that I did not even know I had, but I'm really glad that we kind of allotted for them in this kitchen. This is a reusable bowl cover, which I think is really cool and I love. This is where aluminum foil can be kept and cut. And then this is really cool. This is a gallon Ziploc bag, snack size, sandwich size, and quart. It's all labeled on there too, which is kind of not easy to see, but it's helpful for when you're just setting it up. This is stuff that we use for baking, and like you need to use it as you're cooking in the kitchen, mostly baking. And then these are bigger kitchen tools. So underneath the sink, I have this built-in pull-out drawer, which is really nice for our dish rags, and then aprons. And that was actually the area where I was originally going to put oven mitts, but I like the other area a little better, so that has worked out well. The other side of our sink is our garbage disposal and the thing that I hid from you. And then this little tray here, that tray has been a really good catch-all for the little tiny straw cleaner thingies and extra kitchen brushes that I don't need right away, but I want to have on deck. I could have made it more presentable for you now that I'm thinking back on it, but that's our reality. That's what it really looks like right now, and it has been very helpful though. And then we got the dishwasher right next to the sink. This was the dishwasher we had before, and it's still working, which is great. And then we have this awesome breakfast nook game table area. And in here, there's actually storage too. So we have like our slow cooker in there and things like that. We have our blender and other things in here and cookie cutters and stuff like that. Oh, and then the other side I'm really, really excited about. Let me show you this. Okay, so this side I desperately needed. This perfectly fits all of our reusable water bottles, and these are certain lunch bags. These ones are actually Luke's, and then the bigger kids actually have a drawer for their bags right here. So I mean, that was amazing. Like, I perfectly measured that all out and got the exact lunch bags that would fit, but that also worked really well for what we needed, because I like the lunch bags to be able to keep things warm and cold and be kind of a larger size, and that was really exciting. So we have 4 big kid lunch bags down in that drawer, and then the littler kid lunch bags can fit right here, actually perfectly. See, wasn't that the most exciting thing that's happened to you all day? Like, that was pretty great, right? And then this drawer is actually for Christopher's work stuff. And then over here, we have board games. And then up here I have like teapots and other things. And then we also have storage underneath here. So there are a few things in this under zone as well, like more bowls and specialty items. So it's easy to get to, but you know, you gotta move a chair. We did have storage under here before, but it wasn't as deep. So now the storage is a little bit deeper and fits more things that we want to put under there, which I'm really grateful for. If you're building any storage ever, make sure you measure the things you want to store and get an idea of like the space that you need. Another cool thing about down here, since we're here already, is this outlet here. And that's very needed in this space because we do a lot of computer stuff, and also the kids have a lot of cooking classes where they use computers, and the computers are never charged. So thank goodness we have that. And then they also want to bring, you know, the mixer over to this area and stuff like that and cook in that zone. And then, get ready for this, something that we did not have before, that I did not think we were ever going to be able to have in this house. We have a real human pantry, not for storing humans, but for humans to store their food. Look at that pantry. So it is past the baby gate, which kind of makes it outside of the actual kitchen, kind of. But let me show you this. This is our counter. It's utensils, plates and cups and stuff, and kids stuff, and you know, like, this is an important zone of the kitchen, right? So watch me go. Oh, Did you see? Amazing pull-out pantry. So helpful. And then we have this shelf here, and this is where we keep cereals and taller things. And it's actually been really good for storage. And I have this little tiny shelf that we built into it for serving platter things. But basically, if I ever get like a large amount of something that doesn't really fit in my pantry, it fits really nicely in here, in this little storage zone. This is less organized, but this is our school zone. So the kids all have their own little shelf, and this is where their school is. And then up here is my like teacher school stuff. And then we have our little toaster espresso zone. Right now we have a Brita filter because our new refrigerator actually has a water dispenser on the inside. It's kind of like to the side, but it's not working right now. So when it came, it was kind of leaking. But the company has been awesome about responding to that. They came out, they have ordered a replacement part, but it's delayed because of supply chain, which is life right now. The whole house isn't totally finished. You might have noticed like there are some uncovered electrical socket thing. Is that what that's called? This thing, I'll show you. There's stuff like this kind of around. This is supposed to have like a glass shelf in it. It's not made yet. There's just little things like that. But we really wanted to show you the house. We are obviously very excited about it, so we wanted to show it as soon as we felt like it was pretty much done. This is a tea drawer for me and a coffee drawer for Christopher. And in here we have school and art supplies. And we're a very artistic family. All of our kids love to draw and color and be artistic at any moment. So it's really important in our family to have that accessible. We have some extra art supplies down here. And what else do we have? Oh, this is an important drawer. This is where we keep our diapers and our wipes. We have 2 kids in diapers right now, so we really need that drawer. And then there's just like a lot of tea and stuff in, in those drawers, mostly tea. And then the area that we made very special for the kids, I'm so excited about it. This is our mouse house under the stairs. And this is an unfinished bookshelf, like I'm sure there's lots we will do here. But it rolls open, and inside is a little zone that the kids can play in. So right now there's a big Duplo bin in there and these little pillows, and I think there's one more bin of toys back there that you can't really see. The toys just slide out so that the kids can bring them into the main living room, but it keeps our living room looking a little bit more tidy. And they can also just, you know, play inside the mouse house with the toys, but it's really cool because it has, I didn't even think of it as a space where toys would be going to like be hidden. But since we moved in here and as they've been playing, that just happened naturally. And I'm so excited because we always have a big basket of Duplos that the kids love. Like even the older kids love making scenes out of the Duplos, and they tend to do it all out here in this living room zone, which is fine with me. Like I love that they're doing it, but I really love that there's a big space where they can go now. And they also really like playing under here, but they can read in there or have like fort quiet time in there. And I think that that's really, really special. Who hasn't dreamed of like a little hideaway under the stairs as a kid? Like, that's so fun. Obviously, this has nothing to do with insurance, and this was just an extra thing that we did on our own. Same thing with like the bench seating area, and this zone wasn't, but pulling it out of the other zone was. So there's funny insurance nuances. But anyway, this is our house. We love it. It's a dream. It's beyond what I ever dreamed of. I'm so excited and so happy with it. And it really has been functioning so well for us. Welcome to the rest of the Ballinger family vlogs and what it will look like. Here's this angle. See, like, oh, it's so cool. It's just, everything is very functional and nice and fun and usable. We are just constantly in this kitchen now, and that is so cool because I used to come in here and feel like, okay, are there any more lights we can turn on? Like, can we get it any brighter, please? It's so dark and grim, and I felt like very trapped in it. And I also feel like that's very complaining. I will say this is the biggest kitchen we've ever lived in, and it was when we bought it, even when it was dark. So I do not mean to sound ungrateful at all. This is the first time in Christopher and I's lives where we were ever able to make a kitchen our own space. This is just all such a special thing to us. We're 39 years old, just for the record. So if you're in your 20s or early 30s and you're like, Oh my gosh, I will never have that. Like, we felt the same way like 8 months ago. So I'm so grateful to own our home. Our first home together was a mobile home. We were in like our late 20s, maybe early 30s, I can't really remember. And then we had to sell that and go back to renting, and every step of the way, I'm just so grateful for where we're at now, and that we're able to have our 6 children and live in this home that we're so grateful for. I feel like so much on social media makes it seem like it's normal to be at this point where things are like exactly how we want them. I want to be able to share like what we're so grateful for and this incredible thing that we've molded out of something really hard over the past 7 months. But I also don't want anybody to ever feel like what they have isn't enough or isn't like typical or normal. We're 39 years old, and this is the first time we've ever had a kitchen that was made for us and in our style. The rest of our lives, it's always just been that whatever we got, we were grateful for and we made do with, and it's just a really cool, special thing to be at this point right now. I wanna make sure I like make that really clear. It really is a big step and a big thing to do this, and I'm really grateful to our insurance farmers for helping us so much through the way. I'm grateful for our contractor. I'm grateful that we had such great water remediation people who made sure that our house didn't end up having any like severe damage to it. And actually, I want to show you guys one more thing. This is something that the insurance is helping to fix that showed up after the initial claim and assessments, and it showed up after the coat of paint was put on. So we're in the laundry room right now, and there's a door in our laundry room. And this door is the door that was in our laundry room when the flooding happened. It didn't get replaced because at the time, nobody noticed that any damage had been done. But it's been 6 months after that water came out into this space. And look at this, it's really interesting. Do you see how right here, it's bubbling out? So everything else that was damaged got ripped out and dried out, and we never got to see it go through that process of like, oh, the water has been soaked up and now it's causing this damage. We were just told, you know, like that's what would happen, but you kind of like the whole time go like, really, would it have been that bad? And this just shows me like that's what would have been happening either inside of the walls or like underneath the laminate. It's like 6 inches of puffed out space on this door, and the insurance knows about it now, and they're replacing this door now. Like that was never an issue, it was just that it was missed, like nobody saw it. I just think that that's so interesting. And there are more rooms, like we have a bathroom and the office space that we can show you, but this is already a really long video, so so we'll show you guys all that later. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Look at how pretty this light is.
So, this is my house. I'm really excited to show you it because it's awesome and I love it. And I'll show you some of my favorite things about this whole entire house. So let's get started. So, first is these doors. Love them. They're blue. So, this is the dining table. One thing I love about this dining table is if you have like friends and stuff over, or it's like Thanksgiving or something and you have family and stuff over. So that you can put it on and then you can. I'm going to show you my favorite things in the whole entire kitchen right now. We have these knives. I like these because they match the kitchen and also they're very sharp for cutting avocados because I love avocado toast. This is one of my favorite things. It is a griddle on the stove. We cook sandwiches, pancakes, sausage, bacon. Then we have this thing. I love this thing. It can extend like this. There's a magnet. So if you're like, I don't want to touch this anymore. And then there's also a spring. I've had sinks that are just like this and don't have the springs, and I've had sinks that are just have the springs. And I love the springs and also having this. So like, and also, if you look here, it can, so I'll show you. So this one is like this, and I press that. I don't want to waste water, but this button makes it go stronger on both sides. Then we have a mystery bowl thing. It's actually the fridge. It's a mystery ball thing. We have a bunch of space for storage, and also this fits exactly lime juice. And it also fits sourdough bread, which both of those things I need for avocado toast, which I love avocado toast because avocado toast. And then there's another freezer drawer right down here. I love that we have enough ice for our family because that's like, we have to have enough ice for our family. And then this is a scooper, which I love because it's rainbow. Who doesn't like rainbow scoopers?
Here are a few of my favorite things. Well, I like this area just in general because it matches the kitchen, so it's almost like it flows. And then we have this table, which is our school table because we have our school in here. I really like this chandelier up here. It's like my favorite chandelier we've ever had. I really like how wide this is. The door was like this big, and they actually like made it wider and arched it. Up here is the best thing I've ever had. We used to not have a pot filler, but we just got one, and it is so cool. It's a griddle. We cook pretty much anything in this griddle. I don't think I've really used a pan here at this house. I've only used the griddle to make my quesadillas. This is a really cool cabinet in the kitchen because it's got the spices. And this is my favorite spice, garlic powder. Got a new white sink, and I've never had a white sink before, but apparently what you're supposed to do is have a grate underneath it so that if you drop something, it doesn't chip it. I thought the grate was going to be a bad idea because like silverware was going to get caught underneath it and all sorts of stuff like that. And then we tried it and it works great, really good, really nice. So these countertops are like my favorite thing in the world. They're so nice, so easy to clean up. And another thing that I really like about them, I don't know, this might sound a little weird, but when you spill something, you'd be able to see everything. But when you have like a black countertop, like we used to have, you'd spill like a liquid and you have to like glance down and see where it is.
Here's one of my favorite things in the house. This mouse house. Surprise! Die! Oh, die! What I really want is something under the stairs so that I can sleep under the stairs. I really want to sleep under the stairs. I've not slept under it yet. I really want to. I really like this new table. It's really hollow. And also the chairs. We've had these chairs for a long time. I also really like this table. And it has a lot of food on it. And also coasters. And also I like these chairs because they're really like not, they're just like padded and really, it's not really hollow. Food!
Is this where the food is?
It's food. Food.
Spoons are in there?
Spoon.
Spoons? Okay.
Okay.
And this is your kitchen right here?
This is food.
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
This is the berries.
Blueberries?
Yes. I know.
That's your Hot Mom? Yep, that's your Hot Mom brand high chair.
Oh, white.
It's white? Yeah, that's true, it is white. What's in there?
A plate.
Plates?
Waters.
Water cups?
Cups. Cups.
Oh, those are the lids for your cups?
Oh, what's that? Oh, bowls.
Bowls, yeah. That's trash? Where's the trash go? Where does that trash go? It's in there? Okay, put the trash away. Good job.
One of my very favorite things about this redone area of the house is the ice maker. It works so much better than the other one we had. And in a family with 6 kids, including me, we're all getting ice. And then there's like one person or like 3 people take ice and then no one else gets ice for the whole day. And it was just really annoying, and this makes like a lot of ice and it's constantly making more. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm sure everyone else has already talked about this, but I think it's really cool. I put some of my favorite books up here, like The Kingdom of Olympus and Percy Jackson and Keeper of the Lost Cities and the Mysterious Benedict Society. I really appreciate that we were able to turn something kind of crazy, which was our washing machine just going with all its water all over the house and soaking into the walls and stuff, into like something amazing. I think it's amazing that things turned out like that. I think it turned out looking amazing. It's a lot easier to use the kitchen than it was before it got remodeled. I really like this little area. This is our coffee and tea maker. What I think is really cool is that it's right next to all this tea stuff. The coffee stuff. Where's the coffee stuff? It's right here. I don't know. I really like this area because you can see our rabbits too. This bin is dedicated to making boba, so we keep all our boba supplies here. I got straws, boba. Then I have a whole bunch of teas that I like. Earl Grey lavender, jasmine, milk tea. And I like sometimes doing just milk tea with a little bit of lavender extract, and it ends up tasting really good.
The first thing I want to mention about this remodel is the house flows now. The flooring is continuous all around the staircase. The blue continuing with the doors, the gold accents on things. Like here in the hallway, you can see the gold accents and shaker drawers. That continues, it actually continues into the office. The office desktop will have the same quartz that's in here, which is also over here flowing into the coffee and tea nook. I love the wider door opening. This was Jessica's idea to widen this door and give it an arch. You can see the chandelier. When the window shades are open, you can actually see the view from the kitchen, which is really, really cool. And just everything sort of flows and feels nice. And it feels really wide and open now. The ceiling came down like 6 inches. So this room felt, you felt closer to the ceiling. All the cabinetry and everything was further into the room. So we've opened this space up while hiding a lot of the little spaces where we have storage. For example, over here on either side of the window, we have storage that wasn't there before. And this bench seating at this table has drawers all along it. And something I want to point out that's really cool is this table, we picked out a table that had this type of leg and feet so that the drawers could still open down here without us having to push the table back out. I thought that was really cool. And Jessica looked far and wide. It was quite the hunt for that table, and she found the perfect one. I love this table in this space. It's perfect. She surprised me throughout this whole thing. Like, she'd pick out these lights, like these pendant lights over here are perfect. Like the perfect accent for this room. And the chandelier, which you can see through the opening of the nice wide open door, is perfect for that room. Like, she picked out all these little things. It would go in and it'd be like, oh, you picked the perfect thing. Like, how did you do that? It's so perfect. I'm just really in love with Jessica and really love all the stuff that she did in the house. It's really, really great. And it shows off her like personality and her style, and I don't know, it just feels really good. It feels really good being in the house. This area here turned out really, really nice. When we were first talking about it, these big cabinets here that go all the way up to the ceiling, at first I was like, oh, that's gonna be boxy. It's gonna feel like cramped and the whole thing that we're going for here is wide and open, but it actually ended up turning out making the ceilings look taller somehow. And because of the wide window there's so much natural light coming in, it doesn't feel that way at all. And the really deep cabinets here have pullouts. All of these two doors here and these two doors here all have custom sized pullouts, so you can reach the stuff that's in the back, you can see the stuff that's in the back, which is a huge problem for me in cabinets. If we have a deep cabinet, stuff gets lost in the back, and then by the time we find it, it's been like expired, or like the time has passed to use it for whatever project we had planned for it. So it's nice for both the school stuff, which is in this cabinet, and the food stuff, which is in this cabinet, to be able to see everything that's in the drawers. The other thing that I absolutely love is all of the community seating that we have throughout this whole area. We've got another table. We didn't have a table here before, with bench seating and seating there. Matching chairs to these stool style chairs. These are super comfortable and I love the way they look. I think they're super cool. They fit the look of the whole house. And we couldn't seat anybody here before because we didn't have a lip, and now we have a lip here. There's electricity hidden under here so we can plug in our laptops or iPads if we need to do some work in here. It's nice to do work right here, like if I'm editing a video or something, to be able to be in the space where everyone else is and still participate, not just be like upstairs at my desk like working on something. To be able to be in here, it feels just better.
You know that the way our family functions is probably very different than the way a lot of other homes function. We have 6 children and a puppy, and we homeschool and work from home. I don't know, maybe there's something in here that isn't as obvious why we have it to you guys as it is to us. So please, if you have any questions, ask away. If there's anything you want to see more of or get more information on, ask away. We will be making some follow-up videos, and we really want to help others who are going through similar processes. So if you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. It's definitely something we've learned a lot about this year, and we're passionate about helping other people. So ask us all that you need to ask, and hopefully we can help you.
So that's the new design of our house. We're excited to share it with you and excited to live in it. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.